Right. And you came up at a time too when the Democratic Party was anti-war, right? And
Yes, I did.
now they're the war party.
There was George McGovern. There was Eugene McCarthy. There was Mike Gravel and Bobby Kennedy that were anti-war. That has totally flipped, and that includes the complete hack, AOC. AOC is, I'm actually going to be running in the primary against her, in the Democratic primary against AOC.
Oh, is this an exclusive? Are you announcing this
here? Yes, I'm announcing it right now.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Well, thank you.
I didn't tell anybody until now. I don't know what it is.
Oh my gosh. So you're running for office.
I'm a Democrat. I am running against AOC in the Democratic primary.
Good for you.
I'm going to win.
Yeah, I will. You know what? I'm down. Reef, I know you must have gotten some comments on that. What are people saying to Randy's announcement that he's going to run? Now, are you going to run?
I don't support a woman that would rather give $100 billion to this corrupt Zelensky drug addict, and instead of giving $100 billion, a piece of that to her area that has a very bad drug problem, and put that money into rehab. She should be supporting that, but she's become Nancy Pelosi, and I'm running against Nancy Pelosi, not against AOC.
Yeah. So let's dig in here a little bit, Randy. Because I'm really fascinated by this. So you went and you saw what was really going on with this proxy war that US and NATO is fighting against Russia via Ukraine. So you got that. Emotionally, where did that put you, and how, and when you came back and you saw the news, for instance, I think I shared an article with you yesterday that they've introduced a resolution, not surprisingly, from Joe Wilson, who's like warmonger #1, but
Steve Cohen.
Yeah, to try to change the borders of Ukraine to 1991, as if the United States has any say in that anyway. But okay, let's go forward. So they're giving permission to Zelensky to use long-range missiles and try to take back Crimea. So you came home to that news. Can you talk to me a little bit about that, and then your decision to run?
It's lunacy. When I saw that and you sent it to me, I was really astounded. But Joe Wilson is a nutcase. Steve Cohen is actually some kind of legally, philosophically, good guy. But when you see this, that he is signed on, I was wrong in my analysis of Steve Cohen. But we're talking about South Carolina and Kentucky or Tennessee, and they have a lot of people that are involved in the military. And I don't know how much they get, their districts get from a military industrial complex contracts. I don't know, but it's really frightening that AOC didn't come out and denounce that. But forget about it. She's been bad on everything. She's talking about, it's okay to choke off a dissenter like Tucker Carlson. I think that's a very bad thing. And she's somebody that somehow dropped in, and she fooled everybody. And I'm dropping in, and I'm going to face her and say, why are you spending $110 billion, $150 billion open end to Ukraine? And you have all these potholes, you have all this poverty, you have people in soup kitchens in a district that she represents. It's more important that she gives money to destroy, the situation in Ukraine and Russia than it is for her to put that money and speak out against it and put the money into the pothole Craven West Side Highway, and put money into apartment buildings in her district, and put money into Medicaid and all of that. I mean, she has totally sold out, and she fooled a lot of people. She never fooled me. I always knew she was a fraud. So now I'm being drafted to run against her in a Democratic primary. Don't ask me why I'm a Democrat. I'm kind of embarrassed to say that, but that's where the action is the Democratic primary. But
Could you run as an independent? And
I
I wish
will,
my,
after I lose the Democratic primary, I will run as an independent, but
okay.
I need to actually run against her in the Democratic primary to let the people know that she forgot about them and she's more interested in supporting Raytheon and Lockheed, General Dynamics,
Yeah.
all these other military industrial organizations, putting money into that rather than supporting the people in her district. She totally sold out and she's going to pay. I'm going to bring that up throughout this campaign.
Yeah.
Are
And
you
you know
going to
what?
support me?
We're
Are you
coming.
going to
Yeah,
support
and
me?
there's a couple other things that I wanted to get to right as we're, coming to the close here, but I wanted to talk about censorship because two things with censorship, what she said about Tucker Carlson, but also bring up the fact of suppression, censorship. There's different things you can do, right? You deplatform, fire people from media. You don't you suppress them. You use social media and weaponize it to suppress them. And you are a good friend, if it's okay for me to say, of Roger Waters, who has been censored, suppressed, attacked. He and I both, as well as Oliver Stone and Igor Lopanek, we're all on the Ukraine kill list.
You're on it too?
Yeah, I'm on it as well. Apparently, Igor and some
A badge of honor.
I'm on it. I haven't seen myself on it, but there's a couple of lists. Apparently, I'm on that one. But my point is about censorship and suppression is recently Roger Waters won a case, which was I'd like you to get to. But before you do, if you could talk a little bit about what you touched on, AOC talking about deplatforming Tucker Carlson and deplatforming in general and the Democratic Party and what you're going to try to do to change steer the course there differently.
Well, listen, what she said in that interview that has been, going wild on social media is a disgrace that she's supporting deplatforming people that don't agree with her point of view, don't agree. I mean, Tucker Carlson says things that she should be saying. In other words, he's saying it, and it's something that she should be saying if she lived up to the narrative that she gave out when she ran in 2018. But she's totally drifted away from that. She's got her Prius, and she's been totally co-opted, and she's looking at her future.
Her Vogue cover.
She's becoming a young Nancy Pelosi, and not even a Bella Abzug. I wouldn't mind if she'd become kind of a semi-leftist like Bella Abzug,